Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om
Bhagavate
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayana Namaskrityam
Narayana
Narayanam
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Naram Jaiva
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim
Devim Saraswati Vinyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Tato Jaya
Tato Jaya Mudiraye
Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Astaprayeshu
Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata
Nityam
Sevaya
Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttama-sloke
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Uttam
Uttam
Bhaktin
Sloke
Bhavatir Naistiti
Bhaktim Bhavati
Bhaktin
Naisthiti
Bhavati
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya
Devaki
Vasudevaya
Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki
Nanda
Nandanaya
Gopa
Cha
Kumaraya
Nanda Gopa
Nanda
Kumara
Gopakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govinda
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 19, text number 17. 1, 19, 17. The appearance of Mahārāja Srila Sukadeva Goswami. So this chapter name is Appearance of Srila Sukadeva Goswami. So 17th sloka. Please repeat behind me the sloka. Iti sma rājādhyavasāya-yuktaḥ
Iti
Isma rājādhyavasāya-yuktaḥ
prācīna-mūleṣu kuśeṣu dhīraḥ
prācīna-mūleṣu kuśeṣu dhīraḥ
udaṅ-mukho dakṣiṇa-kūla āste
udaṅ-mukho dakṣiṇa-kūla āste
samudra-patnyāḥ sva-suta-nyasta-bhāraḥ
samudra-patnyāḥ sva-suta-nyasta-bhāraḥ.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Iti,
Iti
thus,
Thus
sma,
Sma
as in the past,
as
as
in
in
the
the
past
past
Rājā,
Rājā
Rājā
the king,
the
the
king
king
adhyavasāya,
Adhyavasāya
adhyavasāya
perseverance,
perseverance
yuktaḥ,
yuktaḥ
being engaged,
being
being
engaged
engaged
prācīna,
prācīna
eastern,
Eastern
eastern
mūleṣu,
mūleṣu
with the root,
with the root
kuśeṣu,
kuśeṣu
on a seat
on your seat
on a seat
made of kuśa straw,
made of kuśa straw
dhīraḥ,
dhīraḥ
self-controlled,
self-controlled
udaṅ-mukhaḥ, udaṅ-mukhaḥ,
udaṅ-mukhaḥ
facing the northern side,
facing the
northern side
dakṣiṇa,
dakṣiṇa
on the southern,
on the southern
kūle,
kūle
bank,
bank
āste,
āste
situated,
situated
samudra,
samudra
the sea,
the sea
patnyāḥ,
patnyāḥ
wife of the Ganges,
wife of the Ganges
sva,
sva
own, suta, son, nishtya, given over, bhāraḥ, the charge of administration.
the charge of administration.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhaya Charanavanda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. In perfect self-control,
in perfect self-control,
Mahārāja Parīkṣit
Mahārāja Parīkṣit
sat down on a seat of straw
Sat down on a seat of straw
with straw roots
with straw roots
facing the east,
facing the east,
placed on the
placed on the
southern bank of the Ganges,
southern bank of the Ganges,
and
and
he himself
he himself
faced the north.
faced the north.
Just previously,
Just
Just
previously,
previously,
he had given
he had
he had
given
given
charge of his
charge
charge
of his
of his
kingdom
kingdom
over to his son.
over to his son.
Purport. The river Ganges is celebrated as the wife of the sea. The seat of kuśa straw is considered to be sanctified if the straw is taken out of the earth, complete with root. And if the root is pointed towards the east, it is considered to be auspicious. Facing the north is still more favorable for attaining spiritual success. Mahārāja Parīkṣit handed over the charge of administration to his son before leaving home. He was thus fully equipped for all favorable conditions. Hare Krishna. So today's sloka, it is see how clearly it is mentioned how the what position he was, the Mahārāja Parīkṣit was he sitting his face towards the north, and he is sitting on the kuśa seat of the side. Kuśa on the kuśa straw, the seat is made up of kuśa straw, and the straw roots are facing the east direction. So all these things are mentioning here. So by seeing this, we'll some of the things can be, if you keep that particular things. For example, here Prabhupada is mentioning that if you are the kuśa straw, if you pull along with the root, if you use that, that is good. And if it is straw, the root of the straw, if it is going towards the direction, eastern direction, then it is auspicious. So, and sitting and facing towards the northern, southern direction, it is also it is favorable for spiritual attaining spiritual success. So these are all the faith, and these are all the rituals nowadays also we are following. This is, and that time also Mahārāja Parīkṣit followed all these rituals. And there are two things are there: faith and blind faith. So faith, whatever we are having towards the Lord, that is called we are having the faith. And blind faith, in a sense, simply somebody following, we are also following, that is blind faith. And if you see, there are a lot of blind faithas there in India, because we don't know why we are following what is the reason for that. We just, some elders will say, then we just follow that. So that is called blind faith. That is the reason the Western countries they are saying that the Hinduism is like a blind faith. Many things are not blind faith, but for some, those are the rituals that we supposed to follow, that's all. But since we are in the Krishna consciousness, we are everything, whatever the things are we are following, there should be a reason behind that. If it is, the reason is correct, if it is perfect, we need to always see there are two purposes be there to following the faith. One is the primary reason why we are doing all those rituals. There should be a primary reason, and there is other things are secondary. Following the other rituals is a secondary. So always our focus should be what is the primary over there. Actually, one of the story there is a rishi whose ashram was there in the near to the jungle. So in the jungle, he was staying that in his ashram, there is a small cat also living in that in his hut. So whatever the remnants there, the cat will eat, and it will roam around in the hut always. Here, since the Rishi Munis all are always attached, they think all the living entities are same. So that is a Pandita's, the Samadarshana So he never hate that say anything about the cat. So the cat is always living in his hut. And whenever there is a rituals they are doing, some yajna they will do. So during that time, the cat also come and cross in that time, and it can have a disturbance. So the rishi, the guru, the master, what he said, okay, tie that cat in the pillar. There is a pillar in the hut. So they told that in the pillar you tie that cat, and in the outside of the hut they are doing the yajna. So this is continuing. So whenever there is a yajna is happening, immediately they will tie that cat outside and they will continue that. And after some days, the guru he died, and the cat also died. After some days. So again, the shishyas, the disciples, they are following the same yajna. They are doing the yajna. So when the cat was there, that time they used to tie the cat in the pillar. So since these people not aware why they are tying the cat in the pillar, now Guru left the material world. So what they thought, okay, so Guru used to tie a cat in this pillar. So we also need to tie a cat. So what they did? See, already the cat also died. They purchased a cat and they tied a cat in the pillar. This is meaningless, right? So when the Guru was there, that time the cat is disturbing there. For that reason, the Guru asked to tie the cat in the pillar. But these people, they took it in a different way. That became this is called the blind faith. Even though the cat got died, they left it as it is. They're supposed to left it as it is. But what they did, they purchased a cat from outside and they tied that. So that became a ritual again. So they'll continue like that. So this is the story. Our in ISKCON, they used to say this story. Why? We have to follow the rituals, but we need to understand the reason behind that, then we have to follow. Otherwise, the ritual become the blind faith, like tying the tying the cat in the pillar. And there are many things we are doing in our day-to-day activities, and if there is a function, some celebration, then that time also we will follow that. In the particular time we have to do, and we have to do the puja on the particular time, and this thing, most of the thing, whenever there is a function at our home, that time immediately the Brahmana will say, okay, that we need to have a panchamukha diya. The lamp should be the five directions. It should be here, should be like this, like this. The other people also will follow the same thing. Okay, where is the panchamukha? If it is something happened, if one mukha is not burning, then immediately they will shout, it is not burning, it is not properly. See, the Brahmana, he is following the rituals, whatever is said in the Vedas. There is some setup is supposed to be there, then he can continue the ritual. But what is the ritual? We are doing some marriage or some function at home. So that is the primary thing. So our concentration, our consciousness should be on the function, not on the small things. Why you keep only only four mukha, only two diyas, why you keep only 5 coconuts? It should be, you should keep at least 5 coconuts. You are keeping only 3 or 4. So Lord, when we are praying to the Lord, whatever the activities, always the Sanatana Dharma, everything we are connecting with the Lord. So we are praying to pray the Lord, we are keeping all those things, the diyas, whatever the other coconut, the pan, everything, whatever the thing we are keeping, it is just for the rituals we are keeping there. It is supposed to be there, that's all. If it is not there also, you can worship the Lord. It is not like only if it is 5 coconut, then only Lord will bless you. It's not like that. But our people, they took it in that way. We should keep they always focus on the rituals, and they will leave what is the main purpose? They will leave the main purpose. They will shout on this, they will fight, they will scream on the ritualistic part. and they will finally leave that because of this ritual, following the ritual strictly, they will forget or they will leave the main purpose of that particular ritual. So it is not necessary. I'm not saying that it is not necessary to following the rituals, but we have to follow whatever they said. But we should not more engross on like engross on that rituals. The blind faith. We should not have the blind faith, and that is also nowadays it is a vastu. Vastu is again one of the big thing in the whenever we are purchasing a house or something, then people immediately they will say, well, ask the vastu expert, and he will say whatever we need to do, we need to keep. Actually, vastu, we have to see the vastu. Vastu, what is the vastu in the sense? It is a scientific way of, and vastu is actually is a scientific way to keep a house, how to keep the house so that the sunlight will flow properly, the air will come properly. So in the which direction the air will flow into the house, so which direction the rain will fall. So means in order to, it is vastu compliant means this will, our house will be compliant, which it will get the proper sunlight, it will get the proper light, so it won't affect with the rains. So this is vastu compliant actually. But currently vastu compliant, how it is happening? We supposed to keep the house, our entrance in the eastern direction. So then immediately the vastu people will come, even the cities also. There are two houses in between our house is going to be there. There is no sunlight. It won't come at all there. Then the vastu people will say, okay, eastern direction, it's auspicious. If you keep the door in the eastern direction, then you will get more money. Like that they will say. So then immediately we will keep us in the eastern direction. Eastern direction, it will be there. Opposite, there is a house will be there. And there won't be any, hardly there is a gap between the opposite house and our door. Then we will keep the eastern direction. Maybe actually our site may be in the north direction. Since we want the house in the eastern direction, then we will keep the door in the eastern direction. It is that vastu, seeing the vastu is for make our life easy and comfortable. But blindly following the vastu, we are keeping the door in the eastern direction. What is the benefit we are going to get? Nothing. We will be getting, always it will be a disturbance. Opposite house, people will be there. It is very near to your house. Always it will be a disturbance. Your main entrance is there. You are coming and going that opposite. In the other house, if you see, their toilet will be there opposite to the door. It will be disturbance for us. But we are blindly following the vastu. We are keeping the door like that. So we should not do all kind of things. We should understand that what is the reason behind that, why we are following these rituals, what is the reason behind that. So the same house, you can keep the house north direction, it will be towards the road. It should be easy for you to come in the house, and it will be free air will come, all those things will come. But since eastern direction is good, then blindly we will follow. Eastern direction is why it is good, sunlight will come. That is the only reason. Since we have the opposite house, we don't want to go for that. We can go with the other direction. But people blindly follow that, then they will go for the eastern direction. So this is called blind faith. That's the reason all the people, all the other countries, they are calling the Hinduism is a more on, they are in the blind faith. So we should always, for the reason behind why we are discussing all those things in this sense, there should be we should follow whatever is said in the Shastras, but but the main purpose, we should not forget the main purpose, only just following the rituals. We should not be in that case. That's the reason we are discussing all those things. Also, today's, what is the discussion we had? Mahārāja Parīkṣit, he sat on the kuśa. There is a kuśa, there is a grass. So the grass, we will call it as a straw. The grass will be like a stick, right? That's why we're calling it as a straw. We are using the mat, right? For sleeping, we are using the mat. There's a straw mat. We'll say it's made up of grass. So that grass we'll call as a straw. Since it is look like a straw, because the British people, they came over here, they unable to understand what is this. So they used to drink using straw. So they gave the name straw. It is look like a straw, it is stem. They gave the name straw for that. So actually there is it's a grass only actually. It looking straight. That is the kuśa straw. It is, you can see the whenever there is some rituals are happening, some brahmanas are doing some abhishekam or any marriage or something, they will use that grass. So that grass, it has some power. The grass also, it has some power. So they will keep that grass here and there, so that it will give the proper effect there. So there are many reasons to use that. Whenever there is a function or any festival in our house, we will always keep the mango leaves in the front of the house, and we will keep a neem leaf in front of our houses. And if in any festival in the temple, there also we will keep a mango leaf and neem leaf. So we will say, what is this? It's kind of a toran. So the toran, it should be in the entrance of the house. They will say we are supposed to keep in the entrance of the house. So why we are keeping the entrance of the house? It is toran, it will look nice. And other thing also, the mango leaf or the neem leaf, it will purify the air, because since it is if you are in a temple, then there are so much crowd will be there. There is a chances of the air will be polluted, that surrounding air. There's so much of crowd together we are coming into that place. So in order to purify that air, that mango leaf and the neem leaf, that will be used as a purifier and germ killers. So it is a good to keep that. For that reason, we are keeping those things in front of our house. But ritualistic way, we will be in the house also, we'll say, go and purchase mango leaf. This is important. We have to keep the mango leaf. Otherwise, our function won't be fulfilled. It is, if we are doing the function, if it is open enough, if it is free here, that is not needed. But we made it as a ritualistic. Okay, we will follow this. Whatever our forefathers followed, we also follow. But we need to understand what is the reason behind that, why we are following. It should not be just a blind fight. And now it is then immediately we used to keep the mango leaf. Now we are getting the mango leaf in the plastic color, in the plastics. They made a similar to the mango leaf. They draw some large photo here. Then we will keep that as a mango leaf. So the reason behind that to keeping the mango leaf is to purify the air. It is not just for the showpiece. So now but what is our understanding? We need to keep the mango leaf. So now in the cities, we are not getting the mango leaf. So we'll purchase that, the plastic one, then it look like a mango. So it is not a looking purpose. The mango leaf, the actual purpose is to purify the environment. That is the reason. So whatever our forefathers followed, whatever the Shastra said, all the things for there must be some purpose behind that. Otherwise, they won't see. See, the people, there is the people tree. The temple, many of the temples, the people tree will be there. Then the Shastra is saying that if you circumambulate the people tree in the morning or in the evening, it is very good. That's all. See, the many of the things in the Vedic culture time, people know the reason behind that. That's the reason they are not written what is the benefit out of it, all those things. And most of the time, many people, it is not necessary to explain all those things to the people. So that is the reason our forefathers not explained in the detailed manner. They just said, okay, you go to the temple, circumambulate the people tree. They told the women, particularly for women, not for the men. So now what is happening? If you see the temple, the people tree, all the women will go and circumambulate there, and they will put a thread. They'll take the thread and they will circumambulate, and all those things, activities they will do. They'll make it as a ritual. It is called blind faith. So the reason behind that, why you want to circumambulate the people tree, scientifically it is proved that there is the tree, there is a flower will come. In that flower, there is a small manjari. It will fall during that. When you go to circumambulate that tree, if there is a wind, then the manjari will fall from the tree. That will be there around that tree only. Then when you are taking the breath in that side, while circumambulating, you will take the breath, and during the breath, that will also go inside. So it will have medicine. It is a kind of a medicine kind of. So what it will do? It will induce the pregnancy. So the who is newly married, who want the child, then our forefathers told, circumambulate the people tree, you will get the child, like that. Nowadays, it's become a rituals. Everybody, so they want some. I want a good job. Then circumambulate the people tree. I want a big house. I want a good wife. Then circumambulate everybody going and circumambulating the people tree. So that is not needed actually. And but what is the reason? The reason behind that it will induce the pregnancy and induce the child in the woman's womb. So it is good for a woman's womb. That is the reason they asked to circumambulate the people tree. But nowadays it become, now many of the cities, they cut down all the trees. Only the structure will be there. Only the stem will be there. The people tree stem will be there. In that tree, if you circumambulate, nothing going to happen. But for ritual purpose, people are circumambulating that. So the people are taking that as a ritualistic way. It is just it's just a blind faith. We should not be in the blind faith. So today's topic, what we discussed, we should not follow anything blindly. We should follow what is the reason behind that. If it is, we should understand, we should try to understand, because if we are not trying to understand, then what is the purpose of following that? If you don't know the reason, what is the purpose of circumambulating? Like I said, the people tree, circumambulating the people tree, the purpose is behind that to induce the pregnancy. But what is the purpose of the men are circumambulating there and the old Matajis are circumambulating there? What is the purpose? Nothing is there. They are not going to get anything. But for ritual, people are doing that. So we should not be should not do that. Okay. So the similar thing in our life also, whatever the things many people will say many things. If you are something happening, like now our Prabhu also, he recently he lost his father. Immediately all his village people, they started with their rituals. Okay, you should not go to temple for a year. You should do this, you should do this, you should do that. From where they are coming up with all this knowledge? Are they well versed in the faith? Are they completed all the Vedas? Nothing. People, they wanted to make, always they wanted to make others, okay, you should be follow this, then it is good for you. So we also will think that, okay, if I follow this, it will be good for me. That's the reason they don't wanted to follow if you suppose you are doing japa in the morning. So somebody is saying that, okay, since you have some, at least for the Prabhu, they told, okay, don't do japa for a year, you should not go to temple, this and that. They will say. So it is not necessary since you are in the Krishna conscious and you know what is the reason behind that. The reason behind that is, see, it is based on the varna, ashram, but the varna is the timeline they mentioned. For a Brahmana, it is only 5 days they mentioned. Within 5 days, they should not go to any temple, and after that they can follow their rituals. And for Kshatriyas, it is 15 days. Or for Vaishyas, it is 21 days. And for the Shudras, it is 30 days, like that. So why it is prolonging the days means it is because of the mentality of the people and their attachment towards the life. See, the Brahmana, he aware of that. He is Brahmana means who know the Brahman and who know the Shastras, who know Bhagavad Gita, who understood, okay, I am different, my soul is different. So there's knowledge he has, but still he has the attachment towards the person. For example, somebody he died in his house, then he's supposed to be follow the ritual for 5 days. Then after 5 days he will be normal, because anyway, when the time passes, then automatically we will come to the normal life. The similar way, why it is the timeline is increasing based on the varnas again and again, because the other varnas, they may not have this kind of knowledge about the Atma, the knowledge about soul and body. They may not aware of that. That is the reason it is prolonging. They prolong the time. Okay, 1 month for the Shudras, 1 month you only sit and cry at home. After that, you can do your work activities. So all these rituals they made based on our understanding, based on our consciousness. Since we are in the Krishna consciousness, we came to the Krishna consciousness, we understand that purpose of life. We don't want to, we have to follow the rituals, but not to the extent like the other people who are all blind faith people are doing. In that level, we don't want to do, we should not do. So today's sloka is talking about Parīkṣit Maharaj, how he seated in the Ganges, in the bank of the Ganges, and what direction he faced. All those things is mentioned, and we discussed about faith and blind faith. So the faith, we should have the faith on Shastras, what it is saying we have to follow, but it should not take us towards the blind faith. So always we will see the primary purpose of the activity, what we are doing there, what is the primary reason, we have to focus on that, not to the rituals. So this is the lesson we learned from today's class. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.